Tonight, we will begin by our Pledge of Allegiance. I'll lead that Pledge of Allegiance with our invocation by our Councilmember Alvarado. If everyone can please stand. Salute and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing, please. Remove cover. Heavenly Father, we just come before you. We just thank you for this day, Lord, that you have given us all, Lord. We thank you for the blessings you have given every family that's here. We also thank you, Lord, for the country that we live in, Lord. We ask protection over our country, and we ask protection over our city. We ask that for your guidance and for your wisdom and your knowledge for us to continue, Lord. And we just ask that you just watch over us and protect us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Okay. You guys can be seated if you find a seat. With that, let's move into our approval of agenda. To my knowledge, I do not believe there's any adjustments to be made on the agenda for the evening. So council, I need a motion in a second, please.
I move we approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Prout, second by Councilmember Olvera. Roll call vote, please.
And a reminder for the council to turn on their mics. please.
Nope.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout. Yes. Olvera.
Yes.
Espinoza
Yes.
and Givens.
Yes. Tonight we have a few presentations, and which one do you want to start with? Just go right from the top? All right, we'll do it right from the top. You have all the stuff with you? All right. Are you guys giving stuff out too? For each one of them? You don't know? You're just here for the pictures. Got it. What's up, buddy? Come on. This is to recognize that our wonderful Sergeant Edgar Davalos was awarded this year for our Mothers Against Drug Crime in Kern County in 2023 Shafter Police Department Top Arresting Officer with 13 arrests for DU. Congratulations on that. Thank you. Oh, wait, listen, yeah, come on, you don't, just gonna stay here for a while.
We'll just say congratulations.
On behalf of,
behalf of the County of Kern and Supervisor David Couch.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll stay up here then.
On behalf of Congressman David Valadil, good job. This is awesome.
Chad, I might mention MAD. He was recognized big time at MAD. He was recognized at MAD. You did?
Deep smile.
Okay, our next one is for Frank Russell. So Frank Russell Incorporated. I'm gonna read on this.
No, you'll go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, you're perfect.
You
got it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna try my best. Whereas in 1939, Frank Russell purchased property in downtown Shafter and constructed his new shop after a dissolved partnership with Bill Isaacs that began in 1936. And whereas the original construction now houses the retail, agriculture, and industrial hardware, the main shop building was constructed in 1941, with a building addition constructed in 1945 and 1951. And whereas Frank Russell Incorporated sold Goodyear tires, Oliver tractors, Oliver Iron Age potato planters. That was wrong. Yeah. McConnell potato planters, among other items. And among those items were Russell cotton trailers, where thousands of Russell 30-foot and 35-foot cotton trailers were built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, with 1975 being the single largest production year with 575 units. And in 2007, Frank Russell Incorporated began manufacturing the Berm Blaster and Nut Row Pro lines of the almond and agriculture industry. And whereas in the early 70s, one of Frank's children Andy began managing the retail hardware division. Andy's son Cody joined the family business in 2004. And whereas the company's mission was to provide the utmost quality service for the diverse customer base and ever-changing technologies. And now therefore, I, Chad Givens, Mayor of the City of Shafer, on behalf of the entire City Council, recognize Frank Russell Incorporated on its 85 years of business and for its commitment and contributions to the community of Shafer. Passed and adopted the 16th day of the year.
Ooh, okay, yeah, okay.
Stay
No,
stay right
it's all
here.
right.
I'm sorry, stay there. You guys got other stuff, other awards you gotta give out too.
I made it, didn't I?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1 more. You got it?
Yeah, come on out, Cody, come on. Later on, you're gonna say, I should have been. Where you guys going?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1 more. Thank you.
Wait, Kathy, don't run far. Kathy, stay.
Yeah,
Kathy, no, Kathy,
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna do it here. Stay.
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot. Congratulations on behalf of the county.
I mean, you can take it if you want.
I wanted to keep it.
On behalf of the other David, Congressman Joel Lavadell, congratulations, at 85, wish you a lot more.
Yeah. Well,
1, 2, 3.
thank you. Perfect. We kind of are in the picture now.
We're gonna work over here.
On behalf of Senator Rosado, congratulations.
Very much.
Usually I hug girls.
Congratulations.
Where do I go?
Right here. Yeah, otherwise Pete's gonna yell at us for everything.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1 more.
Good. Oh, you didn't say good. I was waiting.
Oh, sorry. We're good. Thank you.
Okay, now on to our chapter boxing club, and if you guys don't mind, I'm going to, because this works out really well. Each one of our council members here will, I don't know if they can hear me on YouTube land, so I apologize if you can. Each one of our council members will definitely read one of these off. Councilmember Alvarado, I'm gonna start with you, sir.
Well, I want to recognize Alberto Leon for Chapter Boxing Club. Alright, let me tell you. Let me just explain this a little bit more. This is the Junior Olympics. It's a silver medal in 13, 14-year-old boys, 95 pounds division at the 2024 USA Boxing National Junior Olympics in Wichita, Kansas. Okay? All right.
Come on. Yeah, this is how the game works. Let's build the stage up.
Congratulations.
Display that is for him.
Okay. Mayor, you want to just do one group?
Yeah, let's one group, here we go.
All right.
Kathy, are you?
Yes, Steve.
You didn't hear us, Kathy, can you get in?
Yeah.
You're good.
We need a bigger city hall.
More steps.
Whoa, whoa. Wait. I see parents in the back, I wanna make sure. Yeah, I see you. Okay, we're doing countdown next time.
You good, baby?
Congratulations. Oh, where are you running to?
Oh, it's I got long legs, I can stride around some right on.
Kathy, Miss Kaplan?
Yeah, this side, there we go. The city council, city staff is hereby recognizes you. You have a silver medal for 11 and 12-year-olds, 85 pounds. You're which Wichita County, so intentionally. Hi.
Come on.
You want to show up?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's easier one big photo. One, two, three. One more.
Wait, wait,
Hold on, everybody good?
I saw that phone in the back. We got you.
Congratulations.
All right, Madeline Martinez. City of Chapter recognizes you for the Chapter Boxing Club bronze medal in 15 and 16-year-olds, 114-pound division at the 2024 US State Boxing National Junior Olympics in Wichita.
Miss Kathy. Two, three. More. Everyone good?
All right.
You don't have to do it.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I got it.
Lorenzo Mendez. Certificate of recognition, the chapter, the city council of the city of Shafter hereby recognizes Lorenzo Mendez, Shafter Boxing Club, bronze medal in the 15, 16-year-old boys, 95-pound division at the 2024 USA Boxing National Junior Olympics in Wichita County.
Right.
This guy, this Bosco guy keeps pushing everything. No, this guy right here.
Let me help you guys out. Come here, come here. Come up,
What happens?
come up in front, down the bottom.
I know there's one down here.
Kathy, over here, Kathy, over here. Over here. Hey, turn your inside shoulders in, inside shoulders in.
Thank you. That's his second occupation. I still can't see that. One, two, three. Remember that position for the next.
Oh, no. Okay.
Congratulations.
No, Dave, yes, Dave. All right, last but not least, Valentina Aguilar. Valentina Aguilar is sporting Knox bronze medal in the 13 to 14-year-old girls 132-pound division at the 2024 USA National Junior Olympics. Boxing. Can you get your phone candy switch? Don't do that. We've learned our position.
Yeah, you go here.
Oh, that's how it works.
Behind everybody.
Kathy, open her certificate.
Open it up.
Okay, ready? One, two, three. Thank you.
Now, I know, yeah, we're gonna have one more. I know, we're gonna have one more. Miguel, I was just told Miguel couldn't make it today.
Yes, okay.
So Miguel, I gotta give him a lot of credit. He actually runs the boxing club. He spends a lot of his own time and resources in doing it. If you see him running around the street, look for the guy with like the huge arms. The guy you don't want to mess with on the back streets, right? There's a reason he does boxing. Miguel has a lot of passion for this. You guys know that as the athletes. If you ever get a chance, just wish him, tell him thank you. It takes a lot of work to come up and do what he does. These guys are always traveling. They're always going places. He's always getting them out there in the public. And really, it's an incredible opportunity. It's something that we as Shafter haven't really had before. And this is, what is this, almost 10 years for him now? Is it longer? It's been a while. He's done a really, really good job. So you get a chance to say, hey, man, thank you very much. Thank you for taking in these kids and doing what you're doing. It's really awesome. Okay? So again, thank you to everybody. Oh, okay, we're gonna hold, let you guys go. All the baseball folks, you got a seat now, except we're gonna call you up here, so you don't get a seat.
Oh, they're on this. Both sides. They only just get one. Thanks.
Hey, did any of you guys bring a speaker? I know, we gotta play the song. I can't have John come out without the song. We gotta do the song.
Yeah.
It's like, look at, they're looking for it now. We're gonna get the song. Hey, John, come on, man, let's go. What do you have the song ready to go? What is going on? So I didn't know if you knew this or not. John's older. Thanks.
You got more gray than I do. I got more hair than you do.
Oh, man. So we're gonna read this and then we're gonna figure out how to pass all of those out to all of you, because it's not gonna be in order whatsoever. So just bear with us so we can get everybody up here. All right. The 2024 Shafter High Generals varsity baseball team, record-breaking varsity baseball team to say the least. Whereas the 2024 Shafter High varsity baseball team had an exceptional and memorable season led by head coach John Hill and assistant coaches Armando Gonzalez, Joseph Pineda, Jacob Bill, Nick Ballingy, and Roll Valley. I saw you too. Whereas the 2024 Shafter baseball team ended the season with a record of 22-7, entering the CIF Division V Valley Championship playoffs as the 5th seed. Then they had an unprecedented postseason, becoming the Central Section Division V champions. Hosted and participated for the first time in school's history in the semifinal round of the Division V state playoffs. And whereas these young men did all this with dedication and commitment, they are a source of pride for the community of Shafter and have honorably represented the Shafter's competitive spirit. And whereas the city council does hereby recognize the following young men who are models to their peers and adults alike. Now, we're gonna call you. We're gonna hope that all these folks back here can figure out how to get through all this. So bear with us if you don't get it right away. Here we go. Everyone ready? I can't say the names until you guys are all ready. Looking at you right now. Ready? Here we go. Yeah. So as you hear your name called, come on up. Jacob Gonzalez. And don't run away because we're gonna figure out how to stay up. Mateo Martinez. Jaime Martinez. Union. Jacob Bernal. Joaquin Garza. Andy Gomez. Jesus Paez. Oh, just go Chewy, but it doesn't say that. Okay. Angel Barrios. I'm being told this at one. Lucas Pena. Christopher Espinoza. Angel Asensio. Abraham Ozaga. Alex Casanova. I just like saying. I know. And then last but not least, Adrian Flores. Make sure they're all good. It's getting chaos.
There you go.
Okay, now, before we close this out, I do want to get all the coaches up here, and I see all of you. I see all of you. You can't hide, you can't hide. All right, we're gonna figure this out. Girl. This is yours. Now, Chris, I know you're tall. And hard, you're tall. You're kind of down here, bro, let's be honest. If you are 5'7", now if you're 5'9" and lower, you're down here. Right?
You might be.
You gotta be down there. Don't even think about it. It's not up here.
Right.
Next one down.
Right.
Hey, turn your shoulders toward the inside.
For the ones that got, the people that weren't here.
Okay.
Their names are not on, they're all, the whole tune's on there, so they can just get one of those. Oh, okay. Right, thank you.
Oh, he did it. Yeah, let's hear it. You got business in one, so I understand it. Stand up tall?
Gotta find a gap, guys, find a gap.
No one else gonna take it. You know, you sold me right there. Chapter always carries one. See? Like that. Because the chapter always carries one.
Fun now.
Double Wasco.
There we go.
Sorry, me.
Hold your phone, guys.
Wait. 3, 2, and this one smell like 1. Good. Got it. Congratulations, guys. Yeah, I know. Congratulations. Congratulations, guys.
The rest of the team.
Okay, I'll make sure that they get, it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we're here. What?
They're serious. Thank you. Thank you. No, you're good. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Council, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
All right.
That's good.
Little fun, everybody.
Yeah.
I wanted to do the same. It's like, I'm like, no, I won't look. All right,
Bye.
congratulations, you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Oh, I felt it on, but it's like.
You feel the. Right now?
It says 68, but it's 75 here.
There's too many bodies. Bye.
We will miss seeing you across the street.
Bye. Thank you for coming.
Gonna be in the middle of, the spotlight.
So we're,
Oh, no, you're okay.
All right.
We need to have a secondary notice.
No, the air.
Yeah.
I felt like you knew somebody there.
Great job.
Look at even staff's back
We
here,
survived,
getting as
didn't
much
we?
water as they can. Give it like 30 seconds. It's gonna
Yeah.
cool down just a little bit. We're gonna get right there. My Lanta.
Yeah.
Hey, that was great. First of all, council, thank you. Thank you for participating and doing that. It's really cool to recognize kids in the community, number one. Again, if we're not about family, we're not about community, then what are we about, right? And if we can see families connected, if we see kids coming in, finding a good outlet to be a part of, having great coaches, Miguel, John, having any of that, that changes us, that evolves us into really what is considered now. We are the safest community in the Central Valley. There's a reason, and they were all sitting here. So we got to keep that up. Thank you, council, for participating in that. That was a lot of fun. Hot, but fun. It's good.
I think one of the other things that needs to be mentioned too is the baseball team played a certain football team,
Oh, yeah.
Matilda Torres,
Mhm.
which had a favor coming back their way, and they did it. They did it. And so I want to congratulate the baseball team on evening up that score.
I love it. I love it. Whew. Okay, with that, we're going to move into public comment time. Public comment time is for any person wishing to speak on any item included on the agenda or on any matter within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city council. Speakers are invited to speak from the podium and address the city council. Speakers are limited to 5 minutes unless additional time is needed for translation. Please state your name and address for the record before making a presentation. Public comment time is open. Yeah, you pull it back to you. Yeah, sorry.
Hello, I'm Gloria Hustis. I am a student at Shafter High. My address is 233 West Ash, and I am the current Miss Shafter and the current Lavender Queen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Addison Tatum. I'm not from Shafter. I won't say where I'm from. But I am.
No, no.
Pete knows me.
Oh, no.
But I
We are
am-
holding that against you.
Okay.
Okay.
But I do serve Kern County as Miss Kern County. And I was recently in the pageant in March. So moving aside our differences, I do represent the county and I am glad to be here.
Good to have you here.
So we're here today to talk about the Miss Kern County pageant and kind of tell the community about it. So I'm going to read a little bit of history here. So the Miss Kern County pageant was established in 1918. The Kern County pageant started with the farmers of Kern County with the Cotton King, then the Potato Bowl, and then the Kern County Fair. The Miss Kern County pageant history and legacy in Kern County runs deep. We're a community-based pageant serving Kern County with the mission of furthering the educational goals of women and girls in Kern County. This year, the Miss Kern County pageant is celebrating 106 years. Working beyond the crown, our service is our legacy. Our mission is to encourage and elevate women through personal growth by furthering the education of women in our community through faith, family, education, service, philanthropy, and community involvement.
And I'm going to share with you guys a little bit of how candidates are chosen. So we do go through an interview panel. So interview questions. We do get like a background check and a social media check. Social media has to be clean, of course. We need to have community references and character references, educational accomplishments and future goals, our GPA if we're in school, community involvement, school involvement and extracurricular activities, and all ladies must be exemplary role models within their community. And then some phases of competition, is like resume. We go through a whole pageant process, which like I stated before is interview. We go through opening number. We do a photogenic competition. It's a lot of things. If you think about a pageant, that's what you would expect, a little bit smaller scale. But that's some of us. I know there have been questions about whether we're with Distinguished Young Women or Wasco Rose Queen. Totally different. We don't want to take their shine and we want to stay separate from them on both sides. And we're also different from Bakersfield pageant. That's a totally different one too. So we're our own little organization. And that's why we came here to further educate the Miss Kern County pageant and who we are, where we come from, and things like that.
Where do you go from here?
Oh, that's a good question. So we do currently have city titles. So like Miss Gloria is Miss Shafter. I was Miss Wasco before I became Miss Kern County. Yes. But we do have city titles throughout the county. Then it goes to Kern County. Then we have a higher level of Golden Empire. Then we have Central Valley, and we actually have California
Oh, okay.
within the Miss Kern County pageant.
And it's kind of all based on it all rides up to the county level. So each city kind of produces someone to a county and then so on from there.
Yes, and it's actually very inclusive. We have girls from babies even to misters.
Like babies?
Yeah, babies, like they're a baby miss. We do little miss, young. Yeah. Babies compete. And we have Mr. titles as well.
Oh, okay. So there's no like age limitation on this?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And scholarships, I'm just asking because I know you're a senior this coming year. So I'm
Yes.
just kind of curious, scholarships or anything?
Yeah, so we actually have to, so once Gloria gets to the county level and competes, if she were to win, so for me example, at the end of my reign next March, after I've completed all of my duties, I will get my scholarship.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And you can use it in any college or any educational services that you're so
Yes.
choosing.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
so
think we're gonna get one more picture.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta do
we
one
would
more.
love to take a picture with you
I'm
guys.
sorry, were you guys done though? I guess that was wrong.
So-
That would have been really wrong, just like.
We actually have titles open, so if you know anybody, if you want to push them our way, let us know.
Oh,
Look us up on social media, we're there.
okay, Miss Kern County social media?
Is it a certain time of the year?
So it's actually all year. Miss Kern County, the pageant is actually in March, but we do have mini pageants. So for example, we just did the lavender pageant and that was at the Lavender Festival in Lost Hills.
Oh,
So we do little ones like that. Next is going to be our Harvest Festival pageant, and that's going to be at Cherry Acres in October.
good.
So if you guys want to come out and see us,
There you go.
and I believe that's it.
And now you're ready, Pete. Now you're ready.
They were watching you.
It's a one person.
And just so you guys know,
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats.
Know if the AC was the benefit.
In your workout tonight, folks.
Good idea.
Love it. I know, I see you with
We
the
need a
fans. You
little
guys are
mystery
enjoying these
adjustment.
fans. Yeah, well,
We need a mystery
Okay.
attachment.
thank you very much once again.
Yeah.
Any other public comment time? Any other public comment? Nothing online? No other persons?
I
Okay.
just had a request we could just prolong public comments for a couple more minutes. Assemblywoman Baines is on her way.
How,
We can just take it up when she gets here.
I'm okay with that. You okay with that? Because we still have our council announcements. We have our council
Yeah.
announcements. You okay with that? Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna move from this. I won't officially close it. We'll just move into council announcements. You good with that? Everyone okay? Did I do that right? Okay. Council announcements and reports. I will start with, you know what? Switch it up. Councilmember Alvarado, starting with you.
I just want to say thank you, Gloria, for coming before you went out that door.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations. There's a whole list of stuff, but I'll make it short. I'll just go off. I just want to say congratulations to Sergeant Davalos for for making those stops and saving lives, you know. We really don't know the impact of getting a person off the road that's not able to drive correctly, and I've seen families, I know families who at their family, one of the family members passed away because of a drunk driver. So that, you know, I just want to say thank you, Sergeant Davalos, for making that extra effort and having a keen, sharp eye for those kind of drivers. And then Mr. Russell, Frank Russell's corporation, you know, 85 years is a long time, and they've done a lot for our community. And I still remember going to them for a donation. I think I forgot what I was doing, but they gave me a donation for whatever I was doing, whatever club I was in at the time. Can't remember, but you know, I know they give a lot to the community, and you know, and that's what the people of the community like to see. You know, businesses get involved in the community and be part of the community and support the community. To the boxing club, I won't mention them all, but all those that went to the Junior Olympics, that's something to be really proud about. Parents, even the parents, you know, their sacrifice and pushing their young ones to go to practice and training, and for them to go all the way to the Junior Olympics, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Again, we mentioned it, Mayor's mentioned Mike Ayon. I've known Mike Ayon for a while, and you know, he's put a lot into this boxing club. He's put a lot of his time, his own personal time into the boxing club, and he doesn't charge anybody. And sometimes me personally, it's not my business, but I think, you know, we could balance, our scale could get tilted. We put a lot into the things that we like to do, for the most part, like giving back to the community. And part of that, saying that, you know, he sacrificed a lot. And I just want to say congratulations and thank you, Mike, for your hard work and your dedication back and giving back to the community in this way. And we see the results. And then John Hill and all his staff. I just want to say thank you to John Hill and all his whole team, staff, and all the kids that were in that baseball team for doing their hard work and putting Shafter back on the map, Valley champions. You know, that's pretty awesome. And I hope that will continue. Hope this is not the end. Hope to see them here again next year as Valley champions, or even higher, next level up. I'm not quite sure what that is, but state
They're right
state
there.
level.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm looking forward to that. And also, this is something that we as parents could see, that getting our kids involved in sports and the rec and stuff like that is somewhat like a feeder school, feeder program, or the rec or traveling teams. So, all that, I just want to say, you know, congratulations to everybody as one, and that's all.
Councilmember Espinoza?
I did on the June the 20th, I did attend the Mothers Against Drunk Driving Kern County Law Enforcement, where Officer Davalos was recognized. So I'd like to thank him for his services. I have attended about 3 of the Shafter's Farmers Markets, and that seems to be working out. The temperature is a little warm, but everybody seems to come out and have a good time. I attended the South San Joaquin Valley Division General Membership Meeting that was held at the Padre Hotel. And then that was on the 27th. Let me see what else here. I'd like to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. We had a great time as a family and friends watching the fireworks. I attended an oath of office for an engineering part-time employee. Trying to see what their name was.
Faith Balzadua.
Huh?
Faith Balzadua.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd like to welcome her to the Shafter.
You like that name too.
I'd like to welcome her to the Shafter family. Wish her a lot of luck. And then on Friday, the 12th, I attended the grand opening of the ribbon cutting ceremony for the skate park. And boy, was that a big surprise for me. There was a huge turnout. Everyone was just, I had no idea there was that many people that were into rollerblades, roller skates, scooters, skateboards. I mean, they all look like they were having a good time, and the facility looks first class. So I'd like to thank you guys for that, the city for the engineering and the planning on that. And then, let's see what else. I also attended the grand opening for the Stringham's Park. And the park looks nice. It's a little bit deceiving when you look at it from the street. It doesn't look quite as big, but when you get in the middle of the park, it's a lot bigger than what it looks. And I'd like to thank the city employees for the work that they did on that. That came out very nice. And there was a nice turnout there. And that's all I have.
Councilmember Olvera.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Just a few things. Attended the Shafter Farmers Market. I think those have been pretty successful. There's been a lot of people attending them. I think on a couple of times that I've been there, a lot of the vendors have almost sold out of their the stuff that they brought. So some good food, good things are going on. A lot of people coming out and seeing it. Attended the ribbon cutting for the skate park. Very, very nice. Really good turnout. A lot of skaters. Actually went home and cleaned up my garage, found my old skateboard from when I was 15. Still have it, so may go try it out. I don't know. We'll see.
Can't believe you
But,
have
yeah.
Don't try it out. Don't try it out. That's all we need.
Also attended the Stringham Park ribbon cutting, very beautiful park. Again, it's kind of deceiving, but it does have quite the area there. The parking looks really nice. Everything looks really nice there at that park. So thank you very much to the city staff and everybody involved in doing that. Also just congratulations again, echoing what Councilmember Alvarado said to all the recipients, the champions, everybody who received medals and first place winnings in the baseball and boxing. It just shows a lot of these kids. I was coaching probably several years ago, man. They were young, and it's just, kind of neat to see them hitting high school and graduating and now moving on and being successful. They've kept it up. The parents were very supportive. I know a lot of them, and just going with them to different tournaments and different parts of the county, the state, staying on top of that. So it goes to show that support makes them successful and drives that confidence and builds them up. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Proud.
Yes, sir. It was an exciting evening and it was fun to have all the different families here, even from the infants that were here, and they seem to be enjoying it too. And I congratulate all of them. And I know we'll see some of them back. There's no doubt in my mind that they'll be back. On June the 20th, I did attend the Kern Law Enforcement MAD program that was held in Bakersfield, along with Councilmember Espinoza. And it was exciting to be recognized. Not all cities had recognition, and I thought we stood out for that reason. The goal would be maybe that you have to have no DUIs. I doubt that ever could happen, but Sergeant seems to be doing a good job with it. Also, I have a notice for a cargo study. Cargo study has to do with goods movement in our area. Kern Cog has been working in that area, and they're having some informational meetings. They just recently received another Caltrans grant for $2,655,900. COG will match that with $300,000, and the project will go on till 2026 on the study itself. And then we'll continue to have some updates. So I'm going to try to get on when they have this virtual meeting coming up here soon and see what we might learn from it, as well as how to monitor it as we go along. Also, I had on June the 22nd, the Valley Policy Committee meeting, all the counties from here all the way up to San Joaquin. And they were setting up the policies as to what they're going to take to Washington, D.C. on September the 8th. On June the 29th was the musical play Matilda, which, as you know, Chad and his family have been very involved in, and it was really exciting to be there. They had it for 3 different days, well attended, and each day represented by so many in the community that enjoyed themselves.
I think so.
Even though it took so much effort for them in their practices as well as in the performances, and it was so hot, but you know what? You survived.
Yeah.
You just survived. So it Congratulations to
Thank you.
you and the cast.
Thank you.
And they had people from the young children, and the little girl that played Matilda was only 8 years old. And it was really pretty special for her. You would never know. I mean, she was little, but
Mhm.
she really stood out, as well as the adults that were in it. The adults even, you just couldn't say no to them. It was excellent. Also on the council, or I'm sorry, Chamber of Commerce was the fireworks that happened on July the 3rd. You had a ringside seat no matter where you were, and they had an excellent display. Huge cost, $30,000 that went up in about 10 minutes. But you know, the cheers and the excitement was there, and it was exciting to be able to say, I was at Shafter's Fireworks. Also on July the 11th, we had a high-speed rail Zoom update from Garth and some of the consultants that work along with him. And then we also followed up the next day talking about a letter of support in the program so that they can get some more funding and we can see a change in some of our agreement, especially for the crossing from Poplar to Beach Avenue. So we'll see what happens with that one too. That's in future, so we'll watch that one for a while. Also, the ribbon cutting for the skate park, and I want you to know, I don't have a skateboard at home, and I don't want to have a skateboard at home, but I did have one in a picture, and I even had one of the fellows from the rec district ask me if I was a skateboarder. And I said, no, and I don't care to start today either,
Yeah.
so. But it was exciting to have a picture taken and to be present with the excitement that was there. Some of the demonstrations, I think most of those came from or Bakersfield, I think. Didn't they come from Bakersfield that did the demonstration? Yeah, it was good. It was really fun for everybody that was there. And then the ribbon cutting for Stringham Park, that happened yesterday, as it was said, it may look small as you go by, but I think there's an opportunity that we can really use that space that's over there. It's just right down the street from here. It's really a nice addition. It's open and it's got a good canopy for an area that you can gather in. A nice move for us. And there were lots of comments about the effects of what we were doing there. And I think we kind of made some believers of some people because it is a nice improvement and doing events in there will be a plus too. So fun times. That's all I have.
It's been an exciting
Me
past
too.
couple of weeks, I must say. It's
Yeah.
been busy nonetheless. Matilda was a great show, so I do want to say thank you to all the community members who showed up, all the people who made it possible. We had 27 in the cast. We have right about 30 people working behind the scenes to try to make all of it possible. So we've got a small little army backstage, upstage, in the booth. They're trying to put that production on for the community. So a huge thank you to everyone who came out, participated, and just overall, I think everyone enjoyed themselves and it was really great. We've been busy nonetheless. I know between high-speed rail meetings, economic development meetings, seeing the farmer's market grow, it seems to be doing really well. Jacqueline, if you haven't had a chance to meet her, look for the person with the most energy at 112 degrees. And
moved.
she may no, I don't know. She may actually outdo you, Clarabelle.
She moved.
She can move. She's passionate. And if you ever get a chance to talk to her, you'll find out what that passion is about. Feeding communities with locally sourced produce. And she connected with all of we have community gardens and she's connected with each and every one of them. They have now found an outlet for their garden, right? It's no longer, I'm giving you tomatoes just because. It is, they have an outlet to actually sell back to the community. It is fresh. It has not been processed. It is directly from the vine. It's fantastic. And they're enjoying it. The residents continually go and I think they're enjoying it as well. We've got some really cool pop-ups that have been coming in. Some homegrown cooks like the pizza joint that's in there. So it's been really cool to watch these folks grow. Continue to support them. I get to tell you this, actually both of you, since you're sitting here, they may or may not be looking at Delano as the next stop because Delano has a really cool community garden as well. So we'll have to get them connected to everybody out there. She does a great job. How do we feed our families and how do we make sure that they have fresh? And that's important. The ribbon cuttings were fantastic. Again, a huge thank you to Rachel. Sometimes I know Alex put together the skate park and I know it gets crazy when to both of you trying to figure out how to deal with the community aspect of it. We gave Alex the impossible task that said, hey, why don't you ask the community what they want? And then build it like that. And that's if you can't have 100 designers, and yet he did have 100 designers, actually more than that when it was all said and done. And it turned out beautiful. Streamless Park is fantastic. If you don't know the nostalgic piece behind it, get connected to it, get connected to Shafter. That was really important to have that family there with the ribbon cutting. Sound like an Okie. With the ribbon cutting. And then a huge thank you, Rachel, for all the stuff that you continue to push. I know you brought a lot of folks in that day for the skate park. So thank you. Thank you for everything you continue to do, the growth that I know you guys are experiencing. People see it and they recognize it. So thank you. Thank you very much. A few quick things, and then I'm going to bring you to a few quick things on the skate park. Had a good conversation with Councilmember Alvarado here. Kind of, I guess, asking council / staff, would it be kind of a cool idea to see if some of the service clubs would like want to donate benches? I think you guys, Rotary has done some in town.
We have benches.
I don't know, just kind of cool, like how do we continue with the community connection, right? Because if you go to the skate park, really cool area, there's nowhere to sit. So it'd be kind of cool if we get like service clubs, Rotary, Kiwanis, Lion, name them all, I don't know them all. And see which ones would be willing to participate. I don't know if Rotary would participate again.
Get some shade.
Yeah, well, anything, benches, shade, whatever the case may be. I mean, we okay to,
Grow.
can we ask staff to ask that question? Are you guys okay with that?
We're fine.
Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure that's okay to ask. If you guys can just reach out to service clubs and see if they want to participate in some type of, I don't know if it's like we have a product that we already like that kind of fits the montage there, I guess is the right word, but if we do, then say, hey, you guys want to select from something like this and just see who wants to kind of participate. It'd be neat just to continue to see the community get involved in that. I know the rec district talked about doing movie in the park at Stringham's Park. I think that'd be fantastic use for it. It makes a lot of sense. So anytime we can do community, family, if we're doing that, we're doing really well. We continue to stay safe. So I think that's really important that we do that. Okay, with that said, I'll stop talking.
One more
Oh.
shout out. I'd like to give a shout out to the Shafter Library Learning Center because they brought their new van out a couple of times. And if you haven't seen it, it's nice. It's a nice, huge stand-up walk-in van, and it's going to be set up with the books, and it's going to have a mural on it and different story of Shafter and everything. And so that's exciting too. I know David's excited about it. He pulled me out of the crowd and walked me over there, and walked me through it. So I'm just happy for them. And I just, I'm anxious to see what it's going to look like when it's all said and done.
Absolutely. Okay, so we did not close, just for you guys, we did not close public comment. I'm giving you guys the audience to do so. Who's the fireball? Are you coming up here? Oh, we're going straight to the doctor. All right.
No,
Save the best for last is what I'm hoping you're saying.
I did. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Baines. I'm also your assembly member. Like I said, Shafter is my last stop, and then I head out for a little vacation because I need one. So I am here to talk about AB 2357, which is a bill that's getting a lot of support. It is the UC Kern Medical School. It was first introduced earlier this year. It's made its way through the Assembly Appropriations, Assembly floor. It's just made its way out of Senate Higher Ed. And now it's when we come back from recess in August, it'll hit Senate Appropriations and the Senate floor and then to the desk of the governor. This is a bill that establishes an endowment fund specifically mandating that UC will build a medical school in Kern County. It is really exciting. When I first introduced it, I didn't quite, you don't know what's going to happen. Is the support going to line up? We've had momentous support, bipartisan, unanimous. We've had a bunch of my colleagues in the assembly that have joined on to co-author this bill. I think we are all in agreement that Kern County suffers some of the worst healthcare disparities. Everybody talks about it. Everybody in Sacramento talks about the healthcare disparities of Kern County and the Valley. But what have they done to address it? All they do is talk. Well, this is going to actually put action to that talk. Stop using our healthcare disparities to destroy our industries. Let's actually put our money where our mouth is and fix the healthcare disparities of this community. Let's grow our own doctors. Let's grow our own healthcare workforce. This establishing a medical school is access to higher educational opportunities. I served as the chair of the California Healthcare Workforce Policy Commission for 4 years under Governor Brown. And the number one thing, we studied healthcare access in underserved areas. And the number one thing, it always came back to at the end of every commission meeting was access to higher educational opportunities in the area that suffers the most lack of access to healthcare. So this bill absolutely makes sense. And it's a long time coming for Kern. I've been hitting up every single council in 8035, and you guys are my last stop. And so I'm just here to, let all the cities in my district know that this will be coming, answer any questions that they might have, and then hopefully enlist a letter of support for the bill from the city of Shafter.
Do you have any possibly end result date?
When I first introduced it, I really, Merced took 20 years.
Okay.
I didn't imagine it to take 20 years. I imagined it to take 10.
Yes.
But with the amount of support that I've seen across all aisles from so many, I mean, if this momentum keeps building, we might even have it in 6 to 7, even
Oh,
closer.
wow.
Yeah, there's been a lot of support for this bill.
Well, today is probably different than when Merced did it, so.
Merced, I mean, they started off with an endowment fund and then they struggled to get, funds and, it went in and out. I don't know what the problems that they had, they encountered, but I do know I'm a doctor and I know how to do this. So,
Super.
yeah,
The timing's
Yeah.
good.
definitely do it, yeah.
I say we can do it in 3.
Bring it
Whoa.
on. I hope so. I hope so. In Punjabi, we say, put sugar in your mouth. Means hopefully it'll come true. Their Punjabi saying on that.
I like that
I
one.
hope I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Well, I've talked to you about it. I'm a huge proponent for it. I know too many people, his daughter being one of them,
Yes.
who is homegrown medical, and it's good to have that, but we are missing that component here.
Yes, we are.
We are missing that in Kern County. Kern County is, I believe, the 3rd largest land volume county in California, 1 million people and growing very fast, and yet we're doing nothing about it, and we're letting everyone else take that from us. So I think it's time for a change. I'm very happy you did this. That was a great announcement, by the way, in January. Fantastic
Yeah.
announcement. I
I
gotta
had a
say.
lot more energy back then.
That's okay.
Exhausted.
Well,
right
take a
now.
couple days off, you'll get it.
We'll keep pushing the energy from this side for you. I mean, however we have a chance, we have absolutely been a proponent for this, pushing and telling people this is great. Although we are telling everyone it needs to be in Shafter, we're just gonna go there. Sure, every city council says that, but every city council is not us, right? There's only one other city that has the land availability that we have, and you're not gonna go there. You need to come to Shafter. So we have the capacity, we have the wherewithal to do it, and you'll have absolute support in doing that here. And we're excited.
I appreciate that support. We also, this morning, Chief and I announced about 700,000 in the fentanyl task force for Shafter. That was part of the fentanyl task force
Yep.
money. We've been spending about 6 months delegating it out. And so we were happy to announce that allocation for Shafter PD to help strengthen law enforcement protocols and, see that integration with healthcare and our local schools. And I look forward to the work that you guys do. And we've got a data analytics piece to it that will study the work that's being done, and that will be used to give life to AB 33, which was my very first bill that I introduced on a statewide task force. So the work on the Kern County Fentanyl Task Force will be used to get the statewide task force up and running. So I look forward to the stuff that we do here in addition to other PDs across the district. This was a split 5 million for healthcare and 5 million for law enforcement because and this is the one thing I keep telling both sides, is I want to see integration
Yeah,
of law enforcement and healthcare.
yeah.
That is the missing piece to solving our growing drug crisis. I look forward.
Did you get a picture of it this morning? No. You should take a picture right now. Yeah, you should.
Oh,
We have Chief sitting right here.
Uh-oh.
See, this is what happens when you walk into Shafter. We take pictures, right?
Oh,
Pictures are never happen. Can we take a picture with you? At least with Chief, take a
absolutely.
picture with you. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
It doesn't count. That's not with us. Come on, Clarabelle, that's not with us.
I know we should.
But with Clarabelle, it doesn't count. Clarabelle doesn't send it to me. It doesn't count.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I just started following your back, not even a month ago.
And I was not.
For some reason.
I had-
What people have- what people have-
Nobody else makes you.
Shuffle to the left.
Right there, so I can get the chapter between Chief and me. There we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You. Oh, yeah.
You always tell me.
He tells me that only.
I can't do it without.
No.
And
but we also want to apologize.
I'm actually all day, so I told you, so.
We're gonna give him
I'm
the bird.
I can't speak, boarding with us and it's really.
Stop.
Because I get to go on and see the medical. It's amazing. It was supposed to be a family vacation. But they're like, hey, you have to turn it on. Like, I'm always nice.
Sorry, chica, I know I was supposed to have a little earlier, but I got.
We're suggesting just to demonstrate that there's still a conversation in progress. But regard to relay, charity, beyond.
Everybody.
Site frontage. So we just kind of hard to articulate. Stand about white.
Thank you, gracias. I didn't do it. But it's gonna have to be in August, no?
No, it's Tuesday. She said Tuesday, I heard Tuesday. I heard Tuesday. I heard Tuesday.
That was just John's.
It's important. You need to know this. You need to know this.
What might be done. I would just say it's an ongoing.
Okay, maybe I'll Zoom, maybe. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have fun.
Thank you all. Okay, so with that, I can close public comment. Okay. Public comment time is officially closed. We are also done with our council announcements and reports, so thank you, council. With that said, let's get into the meat of this, although this has been a great night. Consent calendar. Tonight we have 16 items on consent calendar. I'll try to read through these briefly. 1, approve general checks. 2, approve payroll. 3, approve the overtime report. 4, approving minutes. 5, approving special event permit for First Fridays, August 2nd. 6, accept the treasurer's report for June of 2024. 7, adopt resolution 2975, approving and directing destruction of certain city records. 8, adopt the City of Shafter employee biweekly pay schedule effective May 25th, 2024. 9, introduce for second reading by title only and waive reading and adopt ordinance 754 for specific plan number 2309. 10, approve the annual reoccurring services fee of $11,269.
I think it is on consent.
Civic Rec. 11, approve a new license agreement with Well Rehabilitation Services Incorporated for the temporary use of a city water tank site located at 401 Commerce Way. Number 12, 10-day moratorium report on actions taken by the city since the adoption of urgency ordinance 756, establishing a 45-day moratorium on the establishment of smoke shops, hookah lounges, and tobacco stores within the city. 13, authorize a general fund appropriation of $7,372.77 to capital improvement project PK 00002. Yep, that many zeros. And accept public improvements completed with the Kirschman Park. Number 14, accept the public improvements completed for GE 00006.1 for the City Hall roof replacement project and issue a notice of completion. Number 15, accept the public improvements constructed for Rexco Shafter LLC at 5408 Express Avenue and file a notice of completion. Lastly, but not least, number 16, accept the public improvements constructed for track 6713. Authorize the city engineer to file a notice of completion as well as authorize the reduction of payments, bonds, securities to 25% of the original value. Questions, comments, or concerns? Otherwise, I need a motion and a second, please.
A motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Espinoza, second by Councilmember Olvera. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Olvera,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Given.
Yes, tonight we have 3 items in our public hearings. We will start by item number 1, to introduce for first reading by title only and waive reading of ordinance number 755, approving the zone code amendment number 24-18. Sir.
Sorry, Mayor and Council, this is coming to you from the Planning Commission this evening. Our planning manager, Steve Esserman, will make the presentation. Steve?
Yes, Honorable Mayor and Council, this is a zone code amendment 24-18. Wonderful Company is requesting an amendment to the zoning ordinance to allow buildings from 45 feet currently allowed by right to 150 feet within a 541.
Hold on. So I do need to recuse myself
I'm sorry.
for potential conflict of interest. I do need to recuse myself on this one.
Fair.
Okay, with that, I'm leaving Mayor, yeah, past source of income, but neither here nor there. Mayor Pro Tem will be leading it from this point. Thank you.
Sorry about that. So yes, this is a request of a zoning ordinance to allow buildings from 45 feet to 150 feet by right in a 541 acre portion of the agricultural zone district. Specifically, it would increase height. To increase the height, we would need to modify Chapter 7 of the zoning ordinance. Specifically, Figure 7A would be added, identifying the maximum building height requirement for 150 feet. And Table 7B would be amended, providing a note 2 that the maximum building height requirement for the portion of the ag zone in Figure 7-A or point A is 150 feet. The reason for this request is to allow for increased automation and robotics within buildings within that ag zone area. The increase of robotics and automation within a building allows for advanced machinery that operates more efficiently in taller structures. It concentrates cold storage and other similar buildings to take advantage of the efficiencies that automation and robotics affords in taller buildings. The taller buildings can also better manage internal climates, particularly for cold storage facilities, and it also incorporates energy-saving technologies in larger buildings. This gives you a sense of the 541 acre portion of the ag zone that they're requesting to increase the maximum height from 45 feet to 150 feet. There are findings that have to be made for a zone code amendment. We found that the request is consistent with the general plan. It would not adversely affect public health, safety, or welfare, or result in an illogical land use pattern. It would be consistent with the intent and purpose and intent of the remainder of the zoning ordinance not under consideration, and the potential environmental impacts of the zone code amendment are insignificant. And with that, it is staff's recommendation to conduct a hearing and to introduce for first reading by title only and waive the reading of ordinance number 755 and ordinance amending the zoning ordinance to allow buildings from 45 feet to 150 feet by right in a portion of the A zone district. And with that, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Okay, are there any questions from the audience or from the council? Hearing none. I guess I better open this, huh? I will open the public hearing for anyone who cares to address council for or against approving this zone code amendment 2418. Anybody online? No, thank you. All right, we'll close the public hearing. Any other further questions? Entertain a motion.
Before you entertain a motion, let's have the city clerk read the ordinance.
How much of the ordinance do you want her to read?
Just the title.
Oh, okay.
Or if not, I can do it.
Ordinance number 755.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be an ordinance of the City Council of City Chapter, California, adopting zone code amendment number 24-18, amending Title 17 of the Chapter Municipal Code to increase the maximum building height requirement from 45 feet to 150 feet for an approximately 541 acre portion of the agricultural zone district as shown in Exhibit A.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a motion from Councilmember Gus Alvaro and also Pete Espinoza. All those in favor, we need a motion. Or roll call.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Olvera,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
Okay, we can invite Chad back now. Okay, we'll have him back. Yeah, kind of a last minute.
Yeah, let's go a little last minute on that works. All right. Stand by.
Number 2.
All right, item number 2 in our public hearings, adopt a resolution of approving sewer and refuse services charges for Gossamer Grove Development for fiscal year 2024-2025. Sir?
Certainly, Mayor and Council, in the interest of time, next two items, our Deputy Public Works Director of Operations, Alex Gonzalez, will make the presentations on this. This one in particular is the routine ministerial on an annual increase, and so I'll defer to our Deputy Public Works, Alex.
Honorable Mayor, members of the Shafter City Council. So the city collects sewer and refuse charges for the Gossamer Grove specific plan development through the Kern County property tax roll. In order to do this, the city completes an engineer's report that's attached to the agenda and adopts a resolution that adopts the report and grants authorization to place the charges on the tax roll. As City Manager Gonzalez said, this is an item that's reoccurring every year. The public hearing was publicly noticed in accordance with the applicable governmental code. And so the recommendation for tonight is to conduct a public hearing and at the close of the public hearing, adopt resolution 2976. With that, I'd be happy. This item must be approved by 2/3 vote of the city council in order to proceed. With that, I'd be happy to take any questions.
Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and open for the public hearing for item number 2. Public hearing time is open. Okay, seeing none. Public hearing time is closed. Council questions, comments, concerns? Hearing none, I'm looking for a motion in a second, please.
I move we approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Proud, a second by Councilmember Espinoza. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Olvera,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Given.
Yes. Very good. Item number 3, for public hearings is order the annual levy of assessments within the existing landscaping and lighting districts for fiscal year 2024-2025 for the resolution adoption. Sir?
Honorable Mayor, members of the Shafter City Council, the city collects assessments for multiple tracts throughout the city to cover maintenance costs for things like landscaping and lighting improvements within the assessed tract boundary, again, through the Kern County property tax roll. So there's a 3-step process that needs to occur in order for this to occur, and the item on tonight's agenda is the 3rd step in that process. Again, this is a reoccurring item that occurs every year. So the public hearing was publicly noticed in accordance with the applicable governmental code, and the recommendation for tonight is to conduct a public hearing and at the close of the public hearing, adopt resolution 2977.
Okay, with that, folks, we are going to go ahead and open for public hearing item number 3. Public hearing is opened. Seeing no one to speak, public hearing time is closed. Council questions, comments, concerns? Otherwise, I'm looking for a motion in a second, please.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Councilmember Olvera, second by Councilmember Espinoza. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Olvera,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Given.
Yes, okay, that's good for our public hearings for the evening. Moving into our management reports, we have 5 for the night. Item number 1 is the adoption of Resolution 2978 for declaration of 3 clusters of land, 1 near East Laredo Highway and Zerker Road, 2 near East Laredo Highway and Golds Avenue, and 3 near East Tulare Avenue and North Shafter Avenue as surplus property, approval of a form of notice of availability, and authorization of the city manager or his designee to comply with the Surplus Land Act. Sir.
So, Mayor and Council, as you know, the city is required to comply with the Surplus Land Act whenever it is disposing of surplus city-owned land. Consistent with that compliance, the city is proposing this evening to declare 3 different properties subject to the Surplus Land Act procedures. With that, as you mentioned, there's the first subject property is real property consisting of 12.34 acres located at 5821, 5901, 5921 East Laredo Highway in Shafter. This is currently zoned business park. The second subject property 2 is consisting of 10.6 acres located at East Laredo Highway and Golds Avenue. The third property is consists of 9.57 acres located at East Tulare Avenue and North Shafter Avenue. Pursuant to the Surplus Land Act, the city is required to notify the Department of Housing and Community Development at the state whenever it's declaring surplus land. In this case, we will comply with that by submitting, after you adopt the resolution this evening, notice to HCD that these properties are available. The reason we're doing this is consistent with the state wanting to address the affordable housing initiatives that they have passed. And so by doing this, the city will be required to notice the properties for a 60-day period in which affordable housing developers have an opportunity to submit letters of interest for said properties for affordable housing projects. Now, the city is not required to sell these properties to an affordable housing developer. It's to allow them an opportunity. The city then is required to enter in a good faith negotiations for a period of 90 days. If at the end of that period, the city and the proposed developer does not reach an agreement, then the city's still not required to sell that land. It's just to be able to afford in good faith an opportunity for development of said projects. So consistent with the Surplus Land Act this evening, these 3 properties will be officially declared as surplus. I would like to point out that subject property 1 and 2 were previously already submitted through the Surplus Land Act. However, at the time that we submitted those 2 properties, it was only for lease opportunities only. Now, because we're offering potentially for sale as well as for long-term lease, we are required to renotice the properties that they are not only available for long-term lease, but also for sale as well. So these are being resubmitted for that purpose. Subject property number 3 is the former courtyard. And what we've done is we've split the property to allow for that northern piece to be declared surplus. So I just wanted to point that out to you. So other than that, there's no fiscal impact to the city. This is more of a compliance for the Surplus Land Act. And these are the 3 projects that we're recommending to be declared surplus. Next steps is to notify HCD to file the appropriate forms. And then the 60-day clock begins. If at the end of that 60-day, there are no letters of interest, then we'll notify HCD, and then HCD will issue us notice that we've complied with the Surplus Land Act. So if you have any questions, I'm available for them.
Very good. Council, questions, comments, or concerns? Otherwise, I'm looking for a motion in a second, please.
I'll make a motion.
1 second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Espinoza, second by Councilmember Olvera. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Olvera.
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Given.
Yes. Number 2, finalize the Aquatics Center building elevation discussions. Sir.
Sorry, Mayor and Council, as you know, we previously presented this item to you. The city's architect was present. They showed you some proposed design. We received comments and additional direction from council. So this evening we have some other samples that our Director of Public Works, Mike James, will make the presentation. Mike?
Yes, Honorable Mayor, members of the Shafter City Council, last month, Ortiz Melby, which is the architect contractor with the city, presented construction material and exterior color combination options for the new main building that's planned, the Chapter Aquatic Center. At staff's request, the council initiated a discussion and about the preferences to incorporate into the final design, but later requested additional time to consider the options. So since then, Ortiz Melby has provided a written summary of pros and cons of the basic building types or schemes, which is included with your staff report. Scheme A, which I pulled up on the screen here, is the cement plaster manufactured stone look that would complement the, the homes built around the immediate area. And Scheme B.
Just kidding. We don't need Scheme B. We do need Scheme B because I like Scheme B. I like it. I like the blue. I'm the weird guy. I have to be a weird guy. See, man. That's the problem. Not what you all think. I've done a lot of metal siding. This stuff is, I'm worried about that actually falling off. Because I've had that happen before I've had that damage. I believe in you, Yasmina. Well, I'll just share with you, we'll, as we're waiting on the, there it is. So again, Scheme A, which was on the previous screen, is the plaster manufactured stone look. What we're looking at now is Scheme B, which is has cement plaster, but it has metal siding instead of the manufactured stone. Since the last meeting, Ortiz Melby has also added different color combinations to what was previously provided last month. It's important to point out that the color options aren't really the most pressing thing that we're needing tonight. It's really the construction material types.
Got it.
So with the cement plaster Scheme A, it's the advantage is it's a common technique used. It's for proven results. And but it can be a little labor intensive and which can lead to a higher cost. The Scheme B or the metal siding look, the plus is that it's easy to fabricate and install. The con is it's susceptible to damage and it's hard to repair when it does get damaged. So we're not sure if council's had the time since the last meeting or since this agenda has been posted to review and consider what's included in this particular agenda packet, but the direction tonight would be appreciated so we can complete the design, put the project out to bid, and have the facility in a position to reopen by next summer. So Ortiz Melby is not participating in this meeting, but the staff will be happy to relay the preferences to them. And with that, we request that you reopen the discussion on the design of the main building at the Aquatic Center.
Thank you very much. Discussion reopened. So we're looking at material types, the manufactured stone, stucco combo, or Scheme B, which is the metal siding combo. It does look like there is some stucco, but not as much on item B. So council, I think at this point, don't get locked in on colors because I think we all did. We all got locked in on colors. That's okay. I understand that. What are we looking at for materials? And I know as difficult as this is, I will tell you, I like the Scheme B material. I like the metal siding material. That feels more modern for, I guess, modern and what's the word? Purposeful for the use. I love the stone veneer. I just feel like the siding is more purposeful. All right. I'm only one person. Council, what do you guys think?
I think Scheme A gives it the compliments of the track, the community. It blends.
You like the stone?
I like the stone.
Okay. Any other takers? Yeah, no, I'm just looking for takers here.
Yeah, I like the stone as well. I think Scheme A is my preferred choice.
And the metal roof?
And the metal roof.
I think they all have the metal.
I think all of them have the metal roof.
Yeah.
They all have metal roof?
Yes, ma'am.
They're both very nice, but I like the stone also.
That's a general consensus. I don't know, Ms. Kathy, if you want to share.
It doesn't matter to me, really. It doesn't matter. The stone looks friendly. The other one has a more modern look, as you're saying, so I don't know. Plus, I don't know that we can't just decide on the color tonight and not have to deal with it anymore. I mean, if we all like blue, then we go for blue. I mean, if we all like another color, we go for it, but I mean, I like the blue and
I like the blue as well on scheme A. Just
Scheme
the way-
A.
The way it is.
Hey, I'm okay if you want to go down that road, guys.
I would say, just me being one, but I'll say the green, and reason is green because that's our colors. I think a lot of our roofs or our parks have green, just goes, that identifies, that's a city of Shafter. As a matter of fact, it does say that, City of Shafter Aquatic Center. That's our facility, that's our logo, that's our mark, that's our blueprint, footprint, or whatever you want to call it, some kind of print. So anyways.
we had blue there before, huh?
No. Oh, man.
See, I
I have to
couldn't
go back and look.
No,
I don't think so.
part of it didn't have a roof.
Yeah.
And it had that over-covering.
That's right.
It had some shade there, and I don't think it was the roof that was there was colored.
So it was
No.
just the front part that had some blue on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like kind of like a wave-looking design too, that had some blue, but it was
That's right.
mostly tan, I believe.
Yeah.
Correct.
I like the blue, scheme A blue. I like the blue. So you have green, I'm assuming. You like the blue.
Blue. Blue.
So we're gonna go scheme
Hey,
A.
them all.
All right, so listen, we're gonna walk away from the decision. Scheme A, manufactured stone, blue. Is that your final answer?
We got it all
Yeah.
covered.
Lock
Yep.
it in.
Got it.
It just got locked
Good.
in.
There you go.
Boy, that was less painful than I thought it was gonna be.
All right.
All right, folks. That's informational only, right? Or do we need to make a motion for that?
We need,
Informational only.
Good.
Thank you. Okay, well, that brings us on to, let's just keep having some more fun here. Let's go to item number 3, discussion on the police substation renderings. You should also have renderings in this one, folks.
So, Mayor and Council, this is continued progress on the new police substation at Gossamer Grove. And similar to the previous item on the Aquatic Center, we have some renderings for you to consider. And our Deputy Public Works Director, Alex Gonzalez, making a presentation. Alex?
I love it.
Honorable Mayor, members of the Shafter City Council. Earlier this year, we entered into contract with Teeter for developing biddable construction plans for a police substation and city offices building at Gossamer Grove.
That's good.
Since then, staff and Teeter have been working closely to finalize the floor plan and amenities for the building. In that process, Teeter has generated what you'll see there on the screen, a couple of conceptual renderings of the building. And what you're looking at is the same rendering with different colors on it. So there's essentially no difference really in, design or materials at this point of those three, other than the colors. And so tonight, we're just looking to open discussion and look for direction and comment on the architectural look of the building and potentially the colors provided in the slide. And we're open to field any questions or any concerns that you might have. In addition to that, I believe we do have a representative from Teeter online virtually to assist with answering any questions on the design of the building. That I'll turn it over to you guys.
All right, very good. Well, let's roll that roulette wheel again, folks. Anyone want to take the first shot at which colors you like?
Oh, the colors are the design.
Well, the design is the same
The
for each
same.
one of them.
I know, but it doesn't, doesn't even look like maybe the color would make it look like a police department, but it doesn't even look like a police department.
I think that's why I like it.
It's
Feels
a
kind of
multi-building,
inviting.
yeah.
It's modern.
I need help, where am I gonna go?
Modern.
I'm not even gonna know if that's a police department.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure there'll be a sign.
Yeah.
And we don't need any grass.
What do you mean we don't need
The
grass?
grass looks
No, we don't
nice.
need any grass.
Grass is amazing.
No.
You went from always wanting grass and not wanting.
I
grass
know,
now.
but
What
not
is going
there.
on?
We don't need grass.
Turf?
No, no. Even Gossamer Grove wasn't supposed to have grass.
I like my grass. All right. Any takers on the design options 1, 2, or 3, blue, green, or rust, I guess I'm gonna call it.
So what's the most colors are there out there that this scheme could fit? Like
At Gossamer?
yeah,
Oh, is your microphone on? Microphone.
yes, it's on.
Okay.
In terms of other colors out there,
Yeah. Do you want it to stick out like a sore thumb, or do you want it to fit, or do you want it to? So that's
I would like it to fit. I'm gonna tell you, I like option 1.
the blue.
I do.
I like
Back
option
the
one as well.
blue.
Back the blue.
But it's not blue enough. No.
Well, there's that too. I like the blue.
Like that one. That one stood out the most.
I'm partial to the blue though. I bleed blue and gold, so
Sky blue or no? Dark blue?
whatever that
Or
is,
just blue? Navy blue,
whatever that color is.
No, it needs to be lighter.
lighter?
Is this outside, stucco? This isn't site.
Okay, good evening. My name is Kevin Bonstead. I'm calling in from Teeter. Just to give a little bit of background on the colors, since you guys are discussing it. The colors that you see there are from the palette that was provided that Alex and Mike sent us, which are the approved palette for the Shafter building. So the red, the rust color, the green, the beige, and the blue are, and the essentially the white are on the approved palette of colors for the exterior of the building. So what we've tried to do is we've tried to combine those different things. On the lower portion of the different buildings you see there, that would be a CMU veneer that would be outside. So it would be basically be a probably a split face CMU. So in other words, a concrete cinder block, is what most people would call that. On the colored versions, the blue, green, and red, those are essentially will be some type of horizontal siding. It could be metal, it could be wood, it could be a hardy board type of product. And then the rest of it that's primarily beige is going to be stucco that'll be behind it. Now that's the proposed aspect of it for right now. Some of these some of these colors could also be adjusted with the placement of it if you'd like a little bit more of this or a little bit less of that. This is just giving you an idea of kind of what the different things would be. And as far as the landscaping, that's a conceptual thing. We have a landscape architect that will be working on this, that will be developing the landscape plan. This is just to give it a little bit of grounding. Just to give you a little bit of explanation on the pictures.
Didn't know it was a CMU wall. Nice. Didn't know we were designing CMU on that.
Well, it's not CMU. It's going to be the building itself, the structure for it is going to be a modular building. This will be a veneer that's on the outside, so it'll look like it's CMU.
Got it.
So it'll be a thin set type of veneer that's on the outside. That's what's proposed right now. The band across there, the darker band, is essentially to provide an anchor point, if you will, for the top of the windows. And as it wraps around, it goes back to where the doors are as well. So it kind of ties everything together.
Very nice. Any other comments, council? Gentlemen?
I'll say green then.
You like
Both
green?
blue.
Okay, I got a blue vote.
Blue.
I got a blue vote. I got a blue vote.
Yeah, blue's my favorite color.
I'm so sorry, Gilbert. I got,
Otherwise, I'd go for the neutral. I just,
we like the blue. We go there, informational only, right? So no voting. So we don't have to lock it in. It's not voted for, right? But blue's the route.
I
So
don't like blue cards, but
option one.
Didn't I hear that our logo's gonna change? Is that the color gonna change or is it just the
what do you
logo?
mean by option one?
The branding process has change of colors, yes.
Change of colors and the logo.
Eventually the logo as well, yeah.
So,
see that.
I mean,
Yeah.
going green and yellow wouldn't make a difference because it's not gonna be green and yellow going on, right?
Yeah,
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So maybe blue is our color, our future color.
We gotta go by what the high school colors are. That's what the football teams are,
I bleed blue and gold, so I'm,
teams.
Mayor, with your permission, I'm gonna bring Rachel up to give a little background on the palette that was provided to Teeter.
So we are still in the works with the branding project. Finalizing the logo is where we're at, but the colors that you see both in the aquatic project and the substation were a palette that we've already decided on as a committee. It's gonna be our new color palette once we've completed the branding project. So that's why you see different varieties of colors. We will have 5 different colors. And so that's why we provided the palette to kind of give you guys an idea. Moving forward, that's the color palette that the committee's decided on. And we haven't introduced it to the community, but we're introducing it to you tonight in those renderings. So just so you can kind of, you know, we're still gonna have the green, we're still gonna have some of the gold, we're adding blue. There's a reddish, copper color
The rust
and
thing,
rust.
whatever that was.
And then there's like a tan, so kind of like harvesty kind of colors. So that's the color palette, all the different colors that you're seeing in the projects.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Still don't know if I'm sold on the rust color. That's just me.
Yeah, see the combination.
Yeah, I know, it just looks odd. Oh, I know why you like green. It just clicked with me. Yeah, he's a Green Bay fan.
Is it what you
He's a
said?
green and yellow guy. It just clicked with me right now, because I tell you, I looked at option 2 and I saw that kind of green tan.
Yeah.
And I thought, I see what you did there. Okay.
I think he's the only Packer fan on the council. I think so too.
Listen, I think you guys did a good job. It looks good. I guess I was just talking to Miss Kathy about this. I had a really hard time actually seeing that look like a CMU facade. I thought it was just stucco. So when you guys said that, I looked closely, I can start to see the lines in it. So, that's interesting. It's
And if you'd like, I can also share just an idea of where we are with the floor plan, which may give you a better idea kind of what the different pieces and parts are of this. When you see on the upper portion, that's essentially the entrance into the police station area. So on this side, the sloped roof would be above the police station area, and on the far side would be underneath that. That's kind of a sloped canopy. That would be the entrance into the library and the community room. So it's going to be to the right side on the upper portion. There will be the police station. In between the police station and the library area will be the community, city offices. So it's kind of divided up. It's a large, not a huge building, but it's a building that gives you multiple different functions going on at the same time.
And the fire station goes to which side of the entrance to the PD?
The fire station to the right.
Our right? Okay.
Yeah, to the right of that.
Correct. Correct. So on the lower portion there, the facade that you see there with the windows, that will be on Gossamer Grove Boulevard. So that's what's going to be facing the road there.
The CMU facade, I see where you're talking about. Okay, so that's Gossamer Road right there. Got it.
Correct. So just to give a little bit of orientation of where things are.
That makes sense. Huh. Okay. Well, with that, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate that.
So Mayor and Council, just for clarification, we're going with would be picture 1 on the upper left in terms of color and design for the exterior.
They're all the same design.
Okay.
So you're just talking color on that one. And it says option 1.
Okay. Just want to get clarification.
Yes, I'm blue.
Just another point of clarification, Member Pro Tem was asking in terms of the location, and in terms of site plan, the city facility will now be on the corner, and then the fire station will be to the right, so it'll be more into the street. Originally, the fire department was looking to be on the corner, but since we're going first and they don't have a set timeline, we decided to put our facility more on the corner itself. And then eventually when the fire department constructs, there'll be more inland, which actually works out because it gives us a more turn for the fire engines coming in and out, and they're not too tight to the corner. So it worked out at the end.
Good, it's perfect.
Good.
Okay, with that, we're going to move on to item number 4 is to award the North Shafter Street Improvements Engineering Services to Diversified Project Services International Incorporated, or otherwise known as DPSI. Sir.
Project that we brought to you, we've been working on, and we're ready to move forward into the design phase, and our Public Works Director, Mike James, will make the presentation. Mike?
Yes, Honorable Mayor, members of the Shaft City Council, the city was awarded 2 separate grants that aimed at improving traffic safety and adding traffic amenities for the North Shafter communities, North Park and North Shafter specifically. The city was allocated $1 million in AB 617 Shafter Steering Committee funding to design and construct bike lane and sidewalk improvements along southbound Highway 43. Additionally, approximately 200,000 in state sustainable community funds was obtained to master plan and prioritize future improvements of the interior local streets immediately adjacent to Highway 43. Public Works prepared a request for proposals to procure a consultant to lead the engineering efforts for both of these initiatives. The RFP resulted in 3 proposals, which staff then ranked. The initial ranking, I should point out, was based on qualifications that left 2 consultants with virtually identical scores, and these 2 consultants were later asked to submit cost proposals for consideration. While one of the consultants, Rutgers and Schuler, submitted a cost estimate that was approximately 100,000 less than the other consultant, DPSI, staff felt that the proposal submitted by DPSI was more comprehensive, particularly in the areas of community outreach and use of sub-consultants to do special studies, including field surveys and geotechnical work. So while costing more, the DPSI proposal will result in a better project for the benefit of North Shafter residents. So the total of the DPSI proposal is approximately $375,000. Staff's recommending an engineering budget of $400,000 to cover that proposal plus contingencies. So the funding programmed into the capital improvement program this fiscal year is approximately $1.2 million. So if we commit $400,000 to DPSI, we have $800,000 to construct the bike lane and sidewalk improvements along Highway 43. So tonight's recommended action is to authorize staff to award professional services contract to DPSI so they can commence the engineering work. And it's important to point out that their work will involve community engagement, public meetings, and leading an advisory committee, which might include council members or staff, to monitor their work and keep them on task and to make sure the project produces the best results. So, and of course, project updates will be routinely brought before the council at future meetings. So with that, that concludes my presentation, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Council, questions, comments, or concerns?
I have a question on the bike lane. Is it just gonna be on the west side of the road, or is it gonna be
Yes.
just, okay, so the bike lane traffic on that bike lane will be going both directions with the traffic going south?
That's a good question. That's something that makes a lot of sense to have it go both directions. It's just a matter of what we have the capacity to do within the existing right of way. But that's something we'll probably have to take a look at.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments or concerns? Hearing none, need a motion and a second, please.
I'll make a motion.
No second. Okay, I have a motion by Councilmember Espinoza, a second by Councilmember Olvera. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Yes.
Olvera,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Given.
Yes, this would be a good social media post, by the way. This community's been long waiting this kind of information, so I think it'd be good to at least do a social media blurb and outreach to everybody out there so they know that they have not been forgotten, because this is rather important. With that, item number 5 is to award Veterans Park Soccer Field Lighting Project to Innovative Engineering Systems Incorporated, doing business as Agilitech, in the amount up to $800,000. Sir.
Sir, Mayor and Council, this is an ongoing project we've been working on, and this is the next phase of lighting installation, and our Deputy Public Works Director, Alex Gonzalez, make the presentation. Alex.
Honorable Mayor and members of the Shafter City Council. At an earlier meeting, council authorized formal bidding of the Veterans Park Soccer Field Lighting Project, which involves installing new sports field lighting to illuminate the soccer fields at Veterans Park, similar to what was installed previously to illuminate the football fields on the south side. The lights that are planned to be installed are the same manufacturer that installed them on the south side. And so a formal bid process was completed and 4 bids were received. The apparent low bidder at the time of opening was Unwired Broadband LLC, but after reviewing their bid, it was determined that they failed to submit the list of subcontractors form, and the bidder information and experience form was incomplete. These issues left the bid to be deemed non-responsive. The lowest responsible bid was submitted by Innovative Engineering Systems Incorporated, doing business as Agilitech in the amount of $719,383. So a project budget of $800,000 is recommended to cover the proposal, plus materials testing and provide for some construction contingencies. The project currently has $400,000 allocated in federal ARPA funding. So a budget action by the council is required to fund the project budget of $800,000. Staff is recommending a reallocation of $100,000 in ARPA funding currently allocated to the Aquatic Center, along with the general fund appropriation of $300,000 to close the funding gap. With that, I'd be happy to take any questions that you might have.
Okay, council, any questions, comments, or concerns? If hearing none, need a motion in a second, please.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem Prout, a second by Councilmember Espinoza. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Alvarado,
Yes.
Prout,
Aye.
Olvera,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
and Gibbon.
Yes, this as well is a really good project that people have been waiting for, so really happy to see this coming out here. With that, there are no other items on our management reports. We will move into our city manager comments and reports.
Certainly, Mayor and Council, just a couple items. We did send you an update email with some upcoming events. You can check your email with that information. But two quick updates. One, from the skate park, as you know, it's completed. We had the ribbon cutting. One of the things that we noticed that's missing there is restrooms. And the unfinished dirt road that comes off Ash that is just all dirt. And so we're going to bring back an item to you for consideration next month for the feasibility of installing restrooms future. And then maybe doing something with the road, because right now it's all dirt. And when it starts raining, people are going to park. It's going to make a mess. And then two, maybe find a way, Public Works has been considering how to, once we open that up, so that people don't start driving through there to park at the youth center. So it may entail putting some K-rails or something like that to contain people on the skate park, so we don't get into an issue with the youth center. So just FYI, we're going to be bringing that up because there is going to be a need for restrooms in addition to shades and benches there. The other item is a quick update on the flag service flags at the Veterans Park. Because you know that we got a inquiry, and we found out that there's only one flag pole that it was designated for the service branches. And so we have received the poles, and we're going to be installing them. So we'll have dedicated poles for each of the service branches. And we'll notify council to maybe have a little ribbon cutting of sorts or something. You can try to picture, it's going to emulate what City of Bakersfield or whoever put it at the Amtrak station, I believe, the Kern County Veterans Foundation. So Public Works went out there, took a look at that, and we're basically going to take that footprint and do something similar here in terms of the layout for the pools. But here soon, each service branch will have its dedicated flag flying at all times.
When we do that, it'd be really cool if you can find them in the community, a member of each one of the branches to actually put the flag up.
No,
That'd be kind of cool to do that. I know there's some folks who have done that with Veterans Affairs, who we've worked with in the past. So just be kind of really cool experience for them to do that.
Yeah, we might be challenged with Space Force.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about Space Force.
I don't know if we have any veterans yet of Space Force, but we'll make an effort. We'll do a community outreach to find that.
For sure.
And we may even invite some of if there's still a local veterans group or something, to participate in some form.
Yeah.
I had a request, part of all this, of having a box there, like a mailbox, like you go to the post office.
Oh, for retired flags?
Retired flags,
Yeah, I've seen those like at libraries.
library.
Yeah, they'll have a box there. It's literally like you said, a mailbox of sort, and people can just drop their flag there, and then either like
I never even knew about that.
a Boy Scout troop or a veterans group will come and collect them and then dispose of them properly. That's typically how it's done. So-
I think the service club Lions will be interested in maybe buying the box to mount out there somewhere.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was recently down in San Diego visiting my family, and the library we went to, they had one outside their libraries. You were walking in. It was kind of cool. So
I didn't even know
that's
that was a
good.
thing. That's cool.
With that, Mayor and Council, nothing further.
Okay, any department director comments? Nothing? Okay,
I just have one more, I'm sorry. Just to, Public Works, Mike James, on the project that you did on Tulare in, North Wall Street by Tulare Apartments. I didn't notice till we did VBS, that there's no parking on the side of the apartments, right, on Tulare, which was good because when you come out of North Wall, it's a blind spot, man. I'm always gonna head on there, you know, but that was a good job. Good thinking.
I'll take credit for it.
There you go. Yep.
That was good.
Thank you for
Okay.
noticing that.
Yeah.
With that said, we're gonna move into closed session. We have three items for closed session docket tonight. Number one is the public employee appointment. Number two, conference with labor negotiators for the employee title city manager candidate. And number three, conference with labor negotiators for the employee title city manager. With that, I need to move into recess. I need a motion and a second.
A motion.
A second.
All right, Councilmember Espinoza, second by Councilmember Olvera. All those in favor with aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed. Hearing none, we are moving to recess at 7:51 PM.
You take thirds?
We are back. My mic's not, there it is. We are back from closed session and looking to our city attorney to lead us out.
Thank you, Mayor. As I mentioned earlier today, the city council recessed into closed session. The items are listed on the regular meeting agenda. There were 3 items: public employee appointment and conference with labor negotiators concerning the city manager candidate and the current city manager. And city council provided direction. We have no reportable action.
Okay, with that said, nothing left on the docket. I need a motion in a second for adjournment.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Espinoza, second by Councilmember O'Thur. All those in favor with aye.
Aye.
Same sign opposed.